Joining us now, Congressman Devin Nunes. He's the ranking member of the House Intelligence Committee, author of the important book, Countdown to Socialism. It's available for pre-order, and we recommend it to you highly. Congressman, great to have you with us.
Always a pleasure.
Your Senate Intelligence Chairman is back in the news. Do you think that Adam Schiff is a leaker?
Well, we know that someone on the Democratic side is a leaker, and they've been leaking a really long time. Not to mention, they also like to go through our telephone numbers and release them to the public. So, look, we're very concerned about this. We have relayed those concerns to the intelligence agencies. We think we're fine just to read intelligence products. If they continue to send people down to brief us, that stuff is only going to be leaked and politicized, and that will be the problem.
Your reference to the DNI John Ratcliffe making a decision that there won't be any more broad, at least, briefings on intelligence so long as he is director. You obviously agree with that decision. The American people are keenly aware that Congress has been leaking like a sieve from the moment this president stepped into the Oval Office and perhaps before. Do you think this is going to be an important part of the solution?
Well, look, I think it's just a Band-Aid measure before this election and before the Durham report comes out and before there's more prosecutions. You have to remember, Lou, that we don't even know at this point what did the Democrats know and when did they know it about this entire Russian hoax. We have our suspicions that many of them knew it actually in 2016 when they were going to their Russian friends to get dirt on the Trump campaign, while at the same time they were accusing the Trump campaign of doing it. We think that goes back to 2016. And so this is just something right before the election that they need to do, because the one thing is clear. Every time they get a briefing, the press seems to know about it. They run out there and they hold a press conference, and then all night long on all the other stations, they're regurgitating nonsense, and they're saying things like, well, I can't really talk about it, but just let me tell you how bad things really are. It's nonsense. It's politicization of the intelligence agencies in this country, which really gets us to a third world country.
Well, that third world country is spiraling into a smaller and more sinister locale right now, because the federal judiciary made it clear, the D.C. appellate court, in siding with Emmett Sullivan, the district court, against the Justice Department and against a man who has been persecuted for 4 years. There's no question about it. It is a matter of fact, and simply decided to prolong it, and the only purpose could be reasonably for political purposes to keep General Flynn under constraint through the election. Your thoughts?
Well, just a couple easy thoughts. Number one, what in the hell were they doing investigating General Flynn in the first place? There was no real predication for it. Secondly, we know on January 4th, the FBI agents that were looking at this, January 4th of 2017, that they were going to close the case. It was reopened by someone who we don't know yet. We were just told 7th floor. We know Obama was involved and Biden was involved. So what I would say to this is there's no question that this is a court run amok, like many of the courts across this country, unfortunately. And you look, I think what's happening here, Lou, to be frank, is you see what's happening with Antifa and BLM and these riots and protests.
Right.
This is what they've created, this monster. And what's happened is that because the media has been so dishonest and has become a propaganda machine, pretty soon people begin to believe these lies. The next thing you know, statues of George Washington are being torn down. And in Washington, D.C., they want to tear down the Washington Monument. I think these judges across the country are watching this, and they're scared too, and they're scared to make the right decisions, because General Flynn should be let go. Justice delayed is justice denied.
And courts doing so are politically corrupt courts. Congressman Devin Nunes, always great to have you with us. Thanks so much.